Here we are. What's up? So, here I am on the train. Pretty exciting stuff. Hoping this goes better than I planned, but turns out the service on this train is not that great and the Wi-Fi is kind of trash. So we'll just kind of roll with it, see what goes down. But yeah, you guys, this is part of my process to get to San Diego Comic-Con every year.
Hey, this is Santa Ana Station, Santa Ana.
Santa Ana. Still got a ways to go. But every year, this is my 10th year going down to San Diego, and every year it gets exponentially bigger and more of a pain. It's one of those things that you love, but you also hate. So many cool things to see, so much cool stuff to do, but so many people to fight, so many crowds to push through. It's just one of those things, you know, but we love it. We do it because we love it. So usually I head down on this train from LA down to San Diego on Wednesday night, which is preview night down in San Diego, which is pretty much, there's no panels, it's just the floors open to the public to see all the booths and all the cool props and whatnot. There's so many different things. That opens up, and then tomorrow is officially the first big day. Again, this is my 10th year, been coming since 2008, and it's just so much fun.
I'd say clear doors are closing.
I don't know if any of you guys have ever gone to San Diego. If you have, let me know in the comments. If you're going this year, let me know too. Maybe we can, maybe I'll bump into you. Who knows? But I got this little phone setup going here, and people are giving me funny looks. Whatever. Who cares? It's all in good fun. Anyway, so tomorrow, I will say, compared to previous years,
Station stop is Irvine. Irvine's
one
coming
second.
up.
Compared to previous years, I am not as excited for what we have in store this year. You know, as you maybe read online, we had Marvel, they're not doing anything this year. Lucasfilm is not doing anything really this year. There's like one little panel for Rebels. No, not Rebels, Clone Wars. But very small, much smaller presence. No Game of Thrones, which is huge. So for the most part, those are like all my jams. So for the most part, it's just the leftovers. And starting tomorrow, Hall H is notoriously the biggest behemoth to fight to get into, so that you can see these really cool presentations and panels. Tomorrow, the day begins with a panel for The Predator. Now, I'm a huge Predator fan, so this is one of those movies that I'm, based on what I've seen in the trailers, I'm not digging what I'm seeing for the most part. I love the first movie. I love Predator 2, which is controversial. Not too many people love that movie, but I think it's one of the better sequels. The Aliens versus Predator are fine. I don't really count them as part of the whole universe. I think they're just more of a fun thing. But and then with Predators, the more recent one, that wasn't terrible either, but I just kind of starting to lose hope on it. So the only thread that I have, only thread of hope I have for The Predator is that it's written by Shane Black. I love all of his movies. The Meg, yes. I am the biggest Jason Statham fan, I think, on the West Coast. So when that movie looks so much fun. I can't wait. Thanks for asking that question. What about you? Are you looking forward to The Meg? Anyway, where was I? Predators. So that's the first panel tomorrow in Hall H. And then following that is another television series that has a huge, massive following, but I'm not so stoked on, is Doctor Who. And you know, in all fairness, I've never really watched it, so I can't really speak to saying that it's bad. But maybe if I watched it, I'd get into it. It's just, there seems like there's so much to catch up on, so I don't know, maybe it's too late. That's the second panel. And then After that, they have some Marvel gaming panel. I think that's about one of that. Let's see, hold on. Are they giving Meg swag bags? Brent, I don't know. If they are, I'm getting one of those bad boys. Anything Meg related, I'm all over that. So I'll keep you posted. Following, oh sweet, then I'm gonna have definitely grab that. That's exciting. I can't wait. Then we got some Dragon Ball Super. Again, another thing I'm not that stoked on. And that's the 4th or 5th panel going into this. And I'm not really like feeling a lot of what's going on in Hall H tomorrow. After that, AMC's Better Call Saul. Okay, again, I love Breaking Bad. I just haven't had a chance to crack into Better Call Saul yet. And I plan on doing so. I just haven't done it yet. So, again, it's hard to sit through a panel if you don't know anything and it all gets spoiled. That happened to me one year where I missed an entire season of Game of Thrones and I went to the panel and that whole season was spoiled for me. And I swore I would never do that again. I would never go to another panel for something I'd never seen. So, Better Call Saul, I'll be sure I'm out of Hall H before that happens. Or I'll take a long bathroom break. After Better Call Saul, they have a cool 10th anniversary of the Breaking Bad, and I'm assuming most of the cast members, if not all, will be there. That would be a lot of fun to see. I know that it seems like this year they're doing a lot of after the fact panels, like panels for movies or TV shows that are over with or done. You know, and that's a little bit different. I feel like in previous years we've gotten a lot of stuff that's coming and not so much the stuff that's already happened. And then after that, the last panel is Assassination Nation with the Russo brothers and cast. Again, that's another property or project I'm not too stoked on, so I'll probably be long gone out of there. One thing I'm planning on doing, hoping to do tomorrow, is somehow sneak out and see The Equalizer 2, and I want to do a special Comic-Con edition review of the movie. Oh yeah, Aquaman. Again, they've got to prove a lot to me. Ever since Batman vs. Superman, I lost faith in that DCEU. And growing up, in all fairness, I was never really a big DC fan. I was more of a Marvel guy. I loved Batman, but that's about it. So, I mean, Aquaman, I'm optimistic. I love John Woo. Jason Momoa is great. So, that'll be cool. That's Saturday. So that's Thursday. So anyway, yeah, I want to see The Equalizer, and maybe I'll do a fun 1-minute critic review of that movie in a different location, maybe with a Comic-Con backdrop somewhere. It'll be a little challenging. We'll see how we can do that, but we'll give it a shot. That's Thursday. And then to Friday's a better day in Hall H. The first panel, again, is one of those viral series we had online, Dr. Horrible's sing-along blog. It's a reunion. Again, another after-the-fact type thing. That's how they open up Hall H. And then tomorrow's the big AMC Walking Dead and Fear the Walking Dead panels. Those are a lot of fun. I'm sorry to say that I have not watched the most recent seasons of either of those, so part of me really wants to go just because I like the shows, but like I said earlier, spoiling something really isn't my favorite. But anyway, those two are back to back. That should be really cool. Star Trek Discovery. I like the old Star Trek movies, the old Star Trek series. I haven't really been a big diehard Star Trek guy. That's my guy, Sean Chandler. He's gung-ho. I'm a Star Wars freak, so. But I could sit through that panel if I had to. And then they have what they call a trailer park, which is basically they just show a whole bunch of trailers. And in some years, they were about half of them are trailers that we've already seen, and then the other half are brand new. So that'll be interesting to see what we get there. And then probably the panel I'm most excited for tomorrow is Universal's Glass and Halloween. I'm really excited for Glass. Unbreakable is one of my all-time favorite movies. And then when Split hit and hooked us all with that crazy twist at the end, my head blew up. So I'm so excited to see this this panel with Glass, with all those new characters combined. It's gonna be really cool. And then Halloween, also big fan of the old Halloween movies. can't wait to see what they show us and give us in that panel. After that, we get Bumblebee, which again, it's the last movie in all of these Transformers, this Transformer era we've had, and it's gonna be sad because I'm pretty sure it's gonna be by far the best one, and everyone's gonna love it, and then they're gonna be like, well, that's it, so now they're just gonna have to start over. I don't know, we'll see. It'll be fun to see what they show us tomorrow, or Friday. And then we have Sony Pictures. I'm drawing a blank on what Sony has upcoming, but if anyone watching knows, shoot me a message. But Sony, again, that's a studio that either has great stuff or terrible stuff, so it's kind of a hit or miss. We'll see what we get. I'm always anxious to see what they have for us at Comic-Con. And then the last one of the day is Preacher. Again, this is a show that I've been dying to watch and I have not watched yet. There's just too much good content out there and I haven't had the chance to dig into this one. So I might actually leave the hall before that panel just to keep my mind pure. I don't know. So that's Friday. Friday is a lot better than the lineup they have on Thursday. And before we move on to the next day, that's one of my biggest problems with Comic-Con is Hall H and the way they manage the lines. It's just so unorganized and it's such a waste of time. I mean, it's getting to the point where in the old days you would just line up and the day of or a few hours before and you would get in. And now you got people lining up one day, maybe 2 days before the panels or before their hall day. And the lines are so crazy long. It's like, did I come all the way down to San Diego to just stand in line all day? And it's getting to the point too where if you want to see something on Saturday, you have to stand in line all day Friday and miss everything on Friday so you can see what's on Saturday. That is the biggest joke. So I'm really hoping that they somehow flush this out and come out with a better plan or strategy as far as the lines go. That's always the biggest problem, is how me and my friends and group, we try to coordinate and figure out how we're going to do this line, whose turn it is going to be. We have a big rotation system. It's just such a hassle. But we got to do it. If there's something in there we want to see, we got to do it. Let's see. So Saturday, that's going to be my last day. I'm not staying through till Sunday. I usually only go Thursday through Saturday because... Oh, hold on. I usually only stay till Saturday because I have to work on the weekends and I usually only take one of the days off because 3 days, honestly, 3 days at Comic-Con is a lot. It's usually more than enough. Usually halfway through Saturday I'm ready. But the Saturday lineup's pretty cool. Start with the Warner Brothers theatrical, and that's where you're going to get, like we said earlier, Aquaman, maybe some new announcements of upcoming films, more information on that Joker movie maybe, and then then after that there's an animation show, which in the past they've had some good shorts and stuff, but nothing that's like worth lining up for 3 days to see, which you end up doing anyway. And then the RZA, get a special panel with the RZA. That room full of thousands of people is gonna listen to the RZA talk about his movies and music and martial arts. And then
Call for Irvine, last call for Irvine, last call for southbound Amtrak 590. These doors are closing.
Then there's follow up with an EW panel. They've started to do this panel in the last couple of years, and it's usually a pretty good one. And it's EW Women Who Kick Ass, and that's usually they have a couple actresses in some movies that have made an impact. In the previous years they had Charlize Theron from Fury Road, and they talked about her work in that and in Monster and some other movies. So it'll be fun to see what that is. And again, I don't have the entire description of each panel in front of me, so please don't crucify me in the comments if I'm misspeaking or don't seem to know exactly what's happening in the panels. I'm just kind of giving my opinions and thoughts off the cuff here. So following the EW panel, then we got a Deadpool 2 panel. Now, that'll probably be a lot of fun, but what is there to look forward to? I mean, we've already seen the movie. They maybe have a deleted scene that's cool, but by now they probably would have had that deleted scene on the Blu-ray, or who knows. Ryan Reynolds is always fun, so that'll be a fun panel.
Next station stop, San Juan Capistrano.
And then the panel that rounds everything out is with Kevin Smith. It's an evening with Kevin Smith. This one's another one that happens a lot, not every year, but most years. Last time I recall he was in Hall H. It was pretty funny and ironic. The panel right before him was J.J. Abrams and Lucasfilm for The Force Awakens. And I'll never forget, at the end of that panel and discussion, JJ told everyone in Hall H that he was going to take us all to some fun free concert. And basically, it was really cool. We all were walked around back of the convention hall onto this island where they had a big stage set up, and John Williams was up there with the San Diego Orchestra, and they played a whole bunch of Star Wars songs, fireworks. We all got free lightsabers. It was an awesome experience. But I'll never forget, because he said, let's all walk out, and then the entire hall was empty, and then Kevin Smith came out and was like, what? He came out to an empty hall. But he's a big Star Wars guy. I'm sure he understood. But that was a really funny experience. So I mean, those are the panels that are going on that again, you can see why I'm a little underwhelmed with what's happening this year, but I'm sure maybe I'll be surprised. I'm really anxious to see the convention floor. They usually always have some really awesome stuff out there. In the past they've had like Batmobiles or full costumes from Star Wars and a lot of other movies. And then throughout the day they also have hey, thanks man, Brent, appreciate it, thanks for watching. It's always a lot of fun to see what they have out there. So I probably won't stream much from the convention hall just because the service is so terrible, but I'll definitely put some little montages together, possibly of like some of the cool cosplay and little booths that I saw, just to share. Nothing long and epic, just short, sweet highlights. But again, if you really want to see a lot of images, and I'm going to post a lot to my Instagram and Twitter, so follow that. Check out my stories. Most of my stuff goes up on my stories. I usually only post the reviews on my Instagram page itself, but pretty much everything else I'll throw up in stories, so don't forget to check those out. And if you guys have anything else that you want to see or want me to check out, or if you're really desperate, get for you, I mean, whether you're reasonable, we'll have to talk about that, but I don't know if that'll happen. But yeah, DM me, send me a message, tweet me, whatever. You know how to get a hold of me. All that information is down below. And I think that's about it. I'm gonna wrap this up. It's about 20 minutes in, and this is a first live stream on this channel, so I hope you enjoyed. Sorry for the shaky camera. I'm literally shooting this on my phone. See, you can see it right there. But anyway, thanks for subscribing, guys. It's been a great year, lots of growth. I had lots of fun reviewing movies for you and interacting with you in the comments. If you like this stream and want to see more, please let me know down in the comments. If there's anything at Comic-Con you want to see, let me know, and I will try to get there and show it to you. Anyway, thanks again, guys, for watching. Don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe if you haven't already, and I will talk to you later.